Rapper Tory Lanez is awaiting sentencing Monday after being found guilty in the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. The sentence for the 31-year-old Canadian rapper, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, is set to arrive after several delays. His sentencing hearing was originally scheduled for January, but was rescheduled when Lanez hired new attorneys and again after his legal team filed a motion for a new trial. The motion was denied in May. Megan may appear in court Monday to give a victim impact statement, or may have one read for her in her absence. Lanez's father grew emotional in court as he described his son losing his mother at age 11 as a judge prepared the rapper's sentence Monday. Son Star Peterson, a Christian minister, choked back tears as he talked about his wife, Luella, dying just a few days after showing the first symptoms of a rare blood disorder. "I don't think anybody ever gets over that," said Peterson about the reaction of their youngest child, Lanez. But his music became his outlet. Elder Peterson was one of several people who gave statements on Lanez's character and charitable giving. Dozens more wrote letters to Judge David Hereford, including the mother of Lanez's young son, who spoke of his qualities as a father, and rapper Iggy Azalea, who asked Hereford to hand down a sentence that was transformative, not life-destroying. The judge said Lanez's son, who is about 6 years old, also wrote him a handwritten letter, but he did not describe it further. On June 6, Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gaskin submitted a sentencing memorandum, recommending Lanez be sentenced to 13 years in state prison. The district attorney's office also cited his lack of remorse as a basis to deny probation. In the 12-page memo, first reported and obtained by reporter Megan Cuniff, prosecutors wrote, "The defendant has failed to exhibit any remorse, which begs the question whether any of the apologies he directed to the victim in his text message and jail call were genuine and not just driven by an effort to maintain her silence. Except for the jail call admission and his apology text to the victim back in July 2020, the defendant has spent nearly 3 years since that time waging a campaign of misinformation to re-traumatize the victim." Prosecutors continued. And the sentencing memorandum, Gaskin and Deputy District Attorneys Kathy Ta and Alexander Bott said Lanez not only lacks remorse, he is clearly incapable of accepting any responsibility for his own actions. Tory Lanez found guilty of all charges in Megan Thee Stallion shooting. There is justice. The prosecutors referenced Lanez's claims about the incident on social media and his full-length album with several songs about the shooting as examples. His online reach is worldwide, millions of followers plus casual observers, and the defendant's statements embolden his followers so that they too have been complicit in re-traumatizing the victim. They wrote. Lawyers for Lanez said in their own sentencing memo that he should get only probation and be released from jail to enter a residential substance abuse program. They say the evidence that led to his conviction was questionable at best, and that his lack of remorse should therefore not be a factor in his sentencing. The memo says if the allegations were true, then alcohol abuse and childhood trauma would be factors. Tory Lanez was found guilty of all charges in Megan Thee Stallion shooting. Lanez was found guilty of 3 felonies in December for leaving the Traumazine rapper wounded with bullet fragments in her feet. The jury of 7 women and 5 men deliberated for a day and a half before convicting Lanez of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. The C.